Hello, my name is Ahmed. Today I would like to record my presentation for CIS 414 class, Advanced Database Security class. This presentation is about Hadoop cluster, how to build Hadoop cluster. So in my presentation, I will show how I set up my VM machines, how I did installations, how I configure SSH, and how I configured Hadoop nodes and connect them together and run it. First, I would like to say Hadoop, the Hadoop. So this is the Hadoop that I use. So this is there is two components. The left side is a storage like Hadoop HDFS and name node and data node 1, data node 2. And the right side is a processing like MapReduce and Yearn, like Yearn Manager, Resource Manager, and Node Manager. So in order for Hadoop to work properly, I have to first install a Java. Hadoop natively runs on Java. So first I update my VM machines to the latest patches. Then here I downloaded a Java. It was a Java 8 headless because Hadoop runs on Java. Without Java, Hadoop will not run. When I installed Java on the three VM machines, then I started to download Hadoop. Before I started installing Hadoop, first I created a directory where Hadoop will be installed to for easy access. So I created a directory I called my Hadoop install forever. Then when I created that directory, I went to that directory and I mirrored Hadoop from the website. First, I downloaded Hadoop 3.2.1, that version. But that version, it did not work for me properly. Then I have changed it later on to another version. So when I updated my VMs, installed Java, then installed Hadoop, then I have to configure Hadoop environment. So doing Hadoop environment configurations, you have to tell Hadoop where to go to get a Java. So as you see on the screenshot, my Java home location is, I set it on my Java home locations. It's like a user slash library slash Java, Java 8 open JDK dash AM4, AMD64. That's how I set up my Java home locations. So Hadoop will go there and find the Java in order Hadoop to run. Then second, at the bottom of this file, I added about 5 commands. I added Hadoop environment variables like Hadoop HDFS name node user, HDFS data node user, HDFS secondary user, Yearn resource manager user, and Yearn name node manager user. Because I have to set up this one because later on I need them to run those processes. Then when I set up that one on every node, when I configure it, Hadoop environment, a Java home locations on every VM machine that I had, then I have to update Hadoop environment to configuration too. I have to update more. So here I configured the core site file, the core site.xml file for all nodes. So I went to every node in my Hadoop cluster and configured this file and put the server IP address. Right now, I am done with the Hadoop configurations. In order Hadoop to work together, I have to set up SSH. And this SSH should be a passwordless. It should not use a password because you need a master node gets connected to the name node without a password. So in order to have that, I must set up SSH passwordless among all nodes and generate a public key. And I copy that public key and store it in every node. So here's how I did it. On my master node, I say SSH dash key generations. When I generate the key, I go to the file and I copy that file to every node in the cluster. And also I have one copy on the master node. When I did that, then I test if SSH is working. On the master node, as you can see, I SSH at node 10.129.5.186. And it works. I got connected to that one, which is like, I got connected to this one. It's right here. I am in data node 1 right now. Then I logged out. Then I try to the second node, which is the IP address 10.129.5.140, and it went okay. The first time you SSL, it asks you if you want to continue connecting, and you say yes. And when you say yes, it will not ask you later anymore. This is the first time it asks. So from that point, I proved that my SSH is working among nodes. Now I am configuring the master node, the HDFS properties on the master node, the MapReduce properties on the master node, and setting up Yearn on the master node. So on my master node, I have to configure those 3 files. So as you can see on the screenshot, I configured first one, which is the HDFS. Then I configured the second one, which is a MapReduce properties. Then I configured the last one, which is the Yearn, which is the Yearn file. When I did that one, I configured it. Then from this point, think my Hadoop cluster should be running. So in order to run Hadoop cluster, I have to format the Hadoop HDFS, the Hadoop Distributed File System. I have to format that one on the master node. So I say sudo, as you can see here, say name node format, and it's formatted, and you see a lot of screenshots here. When I format it, then I can run my Hadoop. I can start my Hadoop right now. So starting Hadoop cluster. First, I run this one, Hadoop cluster, that one. Then I run into problems. I see that Hadoop Yarn Home and Hadoop Common Home are invalid. They are showing errors. Then I tried to solve that problem. It took me a lot of hours to figure out what the problem is, and finally, the best scenario was to change the Hadoop version. I was using Hadoop version 3.2.1. So I changed into 3.0.1. When I changed that one, I run then Hadoop, and then it works. It's running right now. This is my data node one is running. It's running. The process is that one. And this is my data name node. Data node 2 is running. Secondary node manager, they're running. And also, I have to run. I have to start the yarn too. So I start the yarn here. Say /spin start the yarn. Then it started yarn. Then it's starting node managers, and it's starting resource manager. That's all. Then my Hadoop cluster is working. They got connected together, and everything is working. Thank you for watching. Thank you.